Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving you match analysis for Zambia versus Botswana of the cosafa Cup. Crazy game this was, and unfortunately, the favorites to win the cosafa Cup have been knocked out, and it's sad, really. Otherwise, let's get into this. First goal of the game. Alright, Bato here, it's lost, and to be honest, not Botswana, Zambia actually seem prepared for whatever is going to come. As long as this guy doesn't get past him, and he does. And the reason why that's bad is because the defense has no cover whatsoever. Because the midfield is here, all close to each other in jumpable distances. And yeah, midfield cover completely gone. Defense is exposed. Let's continue it forward. Ball is played to the wing. Now, everything here is okay, because he didn't keep pushing forward. The Zambian player he put enough pressure, to force him to go to the other side, and now it's on the wing. Let's see what happens. The Zambian player follows him but stops abruptly, and then he decides to do that. For me, that's because I don't know why this happens, because if he continues running, the least he can do is force him to either go down the line or force him to go this side, because it seems as if he would be on his weak foot, I'm assuming. So what he does instead, he runs, stops, and then he gives him all this space to make this cross, which is very dangerous. And this is something that, yes, it doesn't immediately cross and then head it, but you don't do this, because sometimes you just don't want this to be happening by someone runs, doesn't reach all the way, follow him, block him, just make sure he doesn't pull out the cross so that you can slow down this counter. Alright, so cross comes in, right? Have you noticed anything weird? I have. It's this. All alone, unmarked. Not to say, okay, I can understand it, but there should at least be someone that's near enough to take action in case anything happens, because everyone's attention is here. Almost the whole team is focusing on this cross. The people that are in the box, I can understand why, because they want to see the flight of the ball, they want to see how it will come, they want to defend it. But he is in a position, like, he's not marking anyone. He's not marking anyone, so I don't know how. But they could at least go, just be near him. Don't follow, but just be near him. Instead, all the attention goes to the cross. Oh, sorry. Let's play it again. And yeah, that's what happens. He's smart. He doesn't try to put it here because it will most likely be blocked or he won't be in a good position. Instead, he flicks it for his teammate that's here, that is completely unmarked. Nobody at all that is near him. I do like this guy though. He immediately senses the danger, runs towards him, but unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know if the keep. I didn't hear. I don't know how it enters. I know it's deflected, but up to now, I'm still not yet able to assess how it got. And this looks similar to Argentina's kits, if I'm to be. Yeah, just a side note. I think the defender heads it into his own net. Yeah, but at least he went forward there to try and block it. Slow. Yeah, but yeah, he was the free one, and at least he ran there. But the fact that someone was able to flick the ball in between these two defenders, it's worrisome. Because he was in the middle and then he managed to flick the ball. Nah. At least one person could have attacked the ball rather than waiting for the defender to make a move. But I think the defender heads it into it's difficult for me to tell whether this is an on goal or not on goal. Yeah, the defender flicks it into his own net. Then let's move forward. This is alright. Once again, someone moves in front of the midfield. Not really. But okay, it's somewhat similar because midfield cover. All right, so let's assume this is no. I don't know. All right, let me say okay. It's that thing whereby he is able to get past the midfield, and once he gets past the midfield, there is no cover for the defense. So which means he can keep pushing and pull, and put the ball into the winger for him to do something. But it's happened again. Almost similar circumstance, whereby someone gets the ball, breaches the midfield, boom, takes it to the side. And then here, he's more patient with it. Patient, patient. Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. Because at this point, he's trying to create that space to, put in the cross. The Zambian player here, I do feel we could force him wide much better, because at this point he's falling into the trap. He's fallen into the trap. And the funny thing, he didn't need to do this because his teammate was behind him. His teammate was there to cover for him. So I think that's just a brush or reckless challenge, because his teammate was there to cover him. There was no need to take the opponent down. Yeah, no need for that. Yeah, I mean, at least just try and put his shoulder down. Just try and push his shoulder down. Don't try and, like, this is so obviously a foul. And he had someone near him. He should have just left him. Yeah, most obvious foul. And this is okay, that's an interesting run up. He's the way he's moving his feet. Yeah, I do show, like, boom, boom. Goalkeeper there. That one's painful. Goalkeeper went the right way. I think he touches it, but just didn't get enough. But that's good from the goalkeeper. Like, I know it went in, but the fact he was so close to getting. He was so close to catching it. Yeah. Anyway, let's head on to the next action. So this is a penalty. I'll just head straight to. So now this is it. It came from a shot, and then now. So yeah, okay. It's one of those where if someone is jumping, this will be a terrible drawing. Very terrible. If someone is on the ground, this is not necessarily the natural position, but at least his hands should be, close to his body. I'm terrible at drawing. Because even here, okay, these are his hands, because, I can't really, yeah. Anyway, so it would be assumed that his hands would be near his chest. But now, if someone is jumping, when you jump, you have to put your hands up, because, you're trying to gain momentum and also to balance yourself. So I understand it's given, but if someone is jumping, I think the conditions of a natural position have to be considered of the action of jumping. Because jumping is not like standing. For jumping, you have to you use your hands to gain momentum, and when they're in the air, you also use them to balance yourself out. I mean, if someone jumps with their, sorry, if someone jumps and their hands are like this, I don't think they'll jump very high. So it's a tricky one, but the penalty is eventually given. Yeah, penalty is eventually given. Anyway, it's one of those things that just happens. Because you see, as he's jumping, so the position, yeah, the ref, is telling him, yeah, it's a pen. This is another good penalty. Because you know what he does? He stops. Not really stops, but you see, he runs, then bam, he fakes it. He takes that hop, because if you're running, then you hop, you confuse the keeper, because the keeper knows that the way you're running, you hit the ball at a particular time. But once you do that, you offset the keeper a little bit. And look, even before he hits the penalty, the keeper has already decided where to jump. So that little hop is what helps him score the penalty. It confuses the keeper a bit. Boom, go. Alright, let's head on to the next action. Alright, so what I do like here is, even before. No, that's a terrible. This is a big gap. It's not been exploited yet, but it will most likely be exploited. I'm assuming either a centre back has pushed up, maybe a midfield, maybe a right back has gone too far, but I do think a centre back has mainly pushed up. And then let's look at the play here. He passes it to his teammate here. Just wait for it to load a bit. We've been having a lot of network problems. Alright, so boom, it goes there. And then as you see, He identifies the space and then looks forward to go and exploit that space. You have seen here, because of this space here, because someone pushed up, this is a very big gap, and it's just so open that I'm surprised no one has. Because even him that's here, I'm surprised. Sometimes you just rush, not you just rush to clear to assist to plug the gap. Because if he stands here or just here, it creates that difference, because at least you know someone is going to track him. But no one does that. Instead, they just watch. Zambian player here. He continues his run. And yeah, two people have exploited that space. And then and then here I do feel he could have done better. This probably should have been a goal. Instead, he practically hits it at the keeper. And yeah, that was. Is it offside? Is it offside? I can't tell. But you know, even if it's offside, he should have at least scored, because I'm sure he had no idea it was offside. And sometimes you score for the benefit of the goal can, like, if it's disallowed, it can be overturned so that your goal becomes allowed. Yeah, stuff like that. But here, I do feel he had the whole goal to aim for. He had here, but this was the main obvious place he could have scored it. Or even here. Or if he wanted, he could have actually gone for the roof, whereby you go very high. You just hit it very hard, the ball goes very high, the keeper can't catch that. Yeah, but this definitely should have been a goal. Should have been. Corner. Let's see who jumps. And I feel this is partly the keeper's fault. Oh my goodness, it takes long. Alright, so yeah. This is where the keeper is. And then this is where the header is scored from somewhere here. So I don't know, because the keeper, I don't really think he has any reason to go out there, because if you as a keeper are going to get, if you leave your line, it means you have to get something on the ball, and he doesn't. And because there are so many Zambian players there, the keeper could not simply reach it. He couldn't. He couldn't reach there. Because yeah, I mean there was no need for the goalkeeper. Yeah, because look at where the goal is scored. Because this is where the keeper was. The keeper was somewhere here. This is within, even if it's here, it's within his reach. He can catch there. He can jump. So this is a goalkeeping error. He had there was no reason for him to come off his line. So yeah, this is the goalkeeper's fault. Let's head on to the next goal. And okay, I didn't see what happened there. Let me just replay it. All right, cross comes in. I don't know. Maybe the replay will tell us more. Because once again, the goalkeeper also goes. Now I don't know why they are rushing to go back, because they're leading. I really don't know. All right, I'm failing to see what's happening here. So even here, the goalkeeper, I think if he stays on his line, if he stays on his line, he probably saves this. I don't know what's up with the goalkeepers rushing out, but yeah, if he stays on his line, he probably saves this. Because look at this. If he's on his line, he probably saves it. He's probably in a position he can catch or just parry it out. And then this guy here is unmarked, because I couldn't tell where all the confusion was. So yeah, this guy was unmarked. Yeah, simply you've left someone open in the box and he scored. Simple. Alright, this is another penalty. I think this is 2 penalties, but this, like, here. Oh no, that's not a penalty. They're just claiming for one. Then here, I feel it's a silly way to get a handball, because you let the ball bounce off you. So no, should not have been like that. Should not have been like that. Yeah, it's a silly way to consider penalty. Really is. You let the ball bounce off you, and so Yeah, and good on the referee for spotting it quick. Yeah, I mean, this is so obviously a penalty. Like, it's painful because his team worked so hard to get the lead, and then just for him to do that here, very well taken penalty right there, whereby the keeper can't catch it. But unfortunately, at this point, too little, too late. Yeah, well, they are not able to win this match. Otherwise, it's very sad. The favorites to win the COSAFA Cup have been knocked out, but you win some, you lose some. We'll probably do better next time. Otherwise, that's been my match analysis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.